There comes a time in every person's life when they start questioning themselves. Why am I not moving forward? Why do I feel lost even when I'm trying my best? It's not because you're weak. It's because somewhere in the noise of the world, you've lost your focus. In today's world, everyone is running, but very few know where they are going. People wake up, check their phones, scroll endlessly, and call it living. But the truth is, most people are not living, they are just surviving. They have dreams, yes, but dreams without focus are like arrows without direction. They never hit the target. When you were a child, you had a natural focus. You could play with a toy for hours. You could draw, write, imagine, fully lost in your world. But as you grew up, the world taught you to divide your attention. Now your mind jumps from one thing to another every few seconds. And that's where you started to lose power. Because the power of the human mind lies in focus. When all your energy, all your thoughts, and all your emotions point in one single direction. Focus is not just about concentration, it's about alignment. When your purpose, your effort, and your time align, you become unstoppable. But when you lose focus, you lose yourself. Think about it. How many dreams have died because someone got distracted? How many goals were never achieved because the person gave up too soon? How many times have you said, "I'll start tomorrow," and that tomorrow never came? Distraction is the silent killer of dreams. It doesn't come with noise. It comes softly, in the form of comfort. A 5-minute break turns into an hour of scrolling. A single doubt becomes a week of overthinking. And before you realize it, you are stuck again, lost in the same circle of regret. If you truly want to change your life, you must first recognize how much your attention is worth. Your attention is your life. Where your attention goes, your life flows. Every second you waste on things that don't move you closer to your dream is a piece of your life you'll never get back. The most successful people in the world are not the smartest. They are simply the ones who learned to protect their focus. They treat their time like gold because it is. They know every minute they waste can never be recovered. Focus is a skill. It's not something you're born with. It's something you train every single day. And just like a muscle, the more you train it, the stronger it gets. When you sit down to study, your mind will resist. When you decide to work on your dream, distractions will whisper in your ear. That's normal. That's how the mind protects its comfort zone. But every time you push back, every time you stay committed when your mind says quit, you're training your focus. You're becoming stronger than your distractions. There's a quote that says, "Where focus goes, energy flows." So ask yourself, where is your energy flowing right now? Into building your dream or into feeding your doubts? You can't chase your dreams and your distractions at the same time. You have to choose. You can't hold your phone in one hand and your future in the other, because one will always slip away. Life rewards the focused, not the talented, not the lucky, the focused. When you focus on your goal long enough, you start seeing opportunities others can't. You start hearing silence even in chaos. You start creating results while others are still making excuses. Because the truth is simple. You cannot be average and focused at the same time. Look at any great achiever, an athlete, an artist, an entrepreneur, a leader. They all have one thing in common: an unbreakable focus. While others were busy comparing, they were busy preparing. While others were wasting time on opinions, they were investing time in actions. And when the results came, the world called them lucky. But luck is just the name people give to consistent focus. You must decide today, what matters more, momentary comfort or lifetime pride? Every moment you choose discipline over distraction, you're writing a new story for yourself. You're moving from someday I'll make it to today I'm building it. Don't wait for motivation. It fades. Build focus. It lasts. Because focus is not about doing everything perfectly. It's about doing one thing with full heart and clarity. If you can give your 100% attention to just one meaningful goal, you can change your entire life. So right now, I want you to pause, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, what do I really want? What am I chasing? Not what others told you to do, not what looks cool on social media, but what your soul truly desires. That's where your focus belongs. That's your starting point. That's your purpose waiting for you to wake up. From this moment, make a decision that no matter how many distractions come, no matter how many times you fall, you will not lose sight of your goal again. Because the moment you focus fully, your life begins to move again. The direction becomes clear, the confusion fades, and suddenly you realize you were never lost. You were just unfocused. Every goal you chase, every dream you want to achieve, before you fight the world, you must first fight your own mind. Because the biggest enemy of success doesn't live outside, it lives inside your head. Your mind can be your best friend or your worst enemy. It can push you to rise or it can pull you into darkness. And this constant tug of war, this invisible fight, is what I call the mind's battlefield. Every morning when you wake up, a war begins. One voice says, "Get up, work hard, stay disciplined." The other whispers, "You can rest a little more, you'll start later." One voice says, "Keep going, you're getting better." The other mocks, "You're wasting your time, you'll never make it." Both voices are yours, and every single day you decide which one wins. Success isn't built in one big moment. It's built in those tiny, silent battles you fight within yourself. When no one's watching, when no one's clapping, when no one believes in you. Understand this. Your mind is designed to protect you, not to make you successful. That's why it loves comfort. That's why it avoids pain, challenge, and risk. But growth only happens outside your comfort zone. So when your mind says stop, you must train yourself to whisper back, "Go." When your mind says you can't, you must shout within, "Watch me." Because every time you go against your comfort, you're reprogramming your brain for greatness. The truth is, focus and success are not about doing more, they are about controlling your mind. Think of your mind like a wild horse. If you let it run wherever it wants, it will take you nowhere. But if you learn to control it, guide it, and direct it, it can take you further than you ever dreamed possible. Meditation, discipline, journaling, silence. These are not just fancy words. They are weapons in the battlefield of the mind.
When you sit quietly and train your focus, you are sharpening your sword. When you refuse to give in to laziness, you are winning small victories inside you. Remember this line: if you don't rule your mind will rule you. So rule it, command it. Don't let it decide what kind of day you'll have. You decide that. When your alarm rings, your mind will say, 5 more minutes. But 5 minutes become 50, and 50 become failure. When it's time to study or work, your mind will whisper, I'm not in the mood. But your future doesn't care about your mood. It only listens to your consistency. In the battlefield of the mind, discipline is your armor. When everything inside you screams to give up, discipline is the quiet voice that says, no, keep going. Discipline is not punishment, it's self-respect. It's choosing your future over your feelings. Anyone can work when they feel motivated, but only a warrior works even when motivation dies. That's the difference between dreamers and achievers. You will have days when your thoughts feel heavy, days when you feel like your best is.
There's a fire inside you. You may not see it, you may have forgotten it, but it's there, waiting to be awakened. It's the same fire that once made you dream fearlessly. The same fire that made you believe anything was possible. The same fire that whispered, you were born for more. But somewhere along the way, the world poured water on that fire. Failures, rejections, heartbreaks, fear. They dimmed your light. You started doubting yourself. You started playing safe. You started listening to people who never believed in you. And slowly, that fire inside you began to fade. But here's the truth. Fires never truly die. They only wait for air. And sometimes all it takes is one spark, one moment of truth, one powerful decision to bring it roaring back to life. When life breaks you, when nothing seems to work, when everyone else moves ahead and you're still struggling, that's not the end. That's the moment your fire is being tested. Because the world doesn't break the weak, it breaks the strong to rebuild them stronger. Every challenge you face is a test to see how badly you want your dream. Because if your desire is weak, the storm will destroy you. But if your fire burns deep, the storm will only shape you. Some people wait for motivation, but real warriors create their own. They don't wait for someone to clap for them. They clap for themselves when no one believes in them. They don't need perfect conditions. They create opportunities out of chaos. That's the fire within. It's not about being fearless. It's about fighting despite fear. Remember the moments when you were hurt, when you cried alone and still wiped your tears and tried again. That's fire. That's strength. That's the part of you that refuses to give up. When the world says you can't, that inner voice that whispers, watch me. That's the fire within. You don't need permission to shine. You don't need approval to rise. You just need to believe that your pain has a purpose. Every great person you admire, they didn't become powerful overnight. They were built in silence, forged in struggle, and refined in pain. Fire doesn't destroy gold. It purifies it. So don't curse your struggles. They are shaping you into someone unshakable. There will be times when everything feels dark. You'll question your path.
your purpose, even your worth. But remember, fire glows brightest in darkness. When life feels cold, warm yourself with your vision. When everything feels meaningless, remind yourself why you started. You didn't come this far to quit halfway. You didn't fight all those battles to surrender now. You are stronger than your fears. You are bigger than your pain. You are the fire that refuses to die. You see, the world respects results, not excuses. And results only come to those who are hungry enough to keep going when everything inside them says stop. You don't need to be the smartest, the richest, or the most talented. You just need that one thing, the fire that doesn't go out. That fire is your energy. It's what makes you wake up early when you're tired. It's what keeps you studying when everyone else is sleeping. It's what keeps you believing when no one else does. And here's the secret. The more you feed that fire with discipline and purpose, the brighter it burns. But if you feed it with fear, comparison, and doubt, it starts to fade again. So choose wisely what you feed your fire. Feed it with dreams. Feed it with hard work. Feed it with faith. There's a moment in every journey when everything seems to fall apart. That's when most people quit. But that's also when warriors rise. When you hit your lowest point, you have two choices: stay broken or burn again. Burn for your dream. Burn for your future. Burn for the life you deserve. Because that fire, it's your soul reminding you that you're not done yet. Remember, no one can light that fire for you. No one can carry it for you. It's your responsibility to keep it alive. Even when you fail, keep it burning. Even when they doubt you, keep it burning. Even when you're tired, keep it burning. Because one day, that fire will become light. Light that guides others who lost theirs. You will become the inspiration you were searching for. Pain is temporary. Fear is temporary. But pride, the pride of never giving up, lasts forever. So the next time life knocks you down, smile and whisper, "You can't destroy me. You can only make my fire stronger." There's one truth about success that most people don't want to hear. It's not about talent. It's not about luck. It's not even about motivation. It's about consistency. The ability to keep showing up every single day, even when it's boring, even when you're tired, even when no one's watching. That's where greatness is built, in the quiet, invisible moments of discipline. Anyone can be inspired for a day. Anyone can work hard for a week, but only a few can stay consistent for years. And that's what separates the dreamers from the achievers. Because the truth is, you don't rise to the level of your motivation. You fall to the level of your habits. Motivation is like fire. It burns bright, but it fades fast. Consistency is like the sun. It rises every single day, no matter what. When you look at the most successful people on this planet, you'll find one common trait. They are consistent. They don't wait to feel ready. They don't wait for perfect conditions. They just start, and then they keep going. Because success doesn't reward the ones who start fast. It rewards the ones who never stop. The world is full of people who started strong and quit early. They had dreams, they had potential, but they lacked one thing: the power of persistence. They worked when they were motivated, but they stopped when life got hard. And that's where consistency wins. Because consistency means you show up regardless of how you feel. Let me tell you something powerful. You don't have to be extreme. You just have to be consistent. Small steps repeated daily build the path to greatness. You don't have to study 10 hours in one day. Study 1 hour every day for 10 days. You don't have to go to the gym for 3 hours once a week. Go for 30 minutes every day. Because repetition is what rewires your mind. Repetition builds mastery. Every time you repeat an action, you're teaching your brain, this is who I am. When you write daily, you become a writer. When you study daily, you become a scholar. When you work daily, you become successful. You don't become what you occasionally do. You become what you consistently do. But here's what most people misunderstand. Consistency doesn't mean perfection. You will have off days. You will have failures. You will fall. But consistency means that even when you fall, you get back up. It means missing one day doesn't turn into missing 1 week. It means one failure doesn't turn into quitting. Consistency is not about never stopping. It's about never staying stopped. Every day your mind will give you excuses. I'm too tired. I'll do it tomorrow. It's not working. And in that moment, you must remind yourself, that's not your voice. That's your comfort zone trying to pull you back. Push through it. Do the work anyway. Because the ones who stay consistent in silence are the ones who shine the brightest in success. There's a quote that says, "It's not what we do once in a while that shapes our lives. It's what we do consistently." If you want focus, practice it daily. If you want confidence,
There comes a moment in every fighter's life when they realize nothing outside them can destroy them anymore. Because the real battles were never outside. They were always inside. And once you conquer your mind, no failure, no rejection, no darkness can ever control you again. That's the moment you become unbreakable. Being unbreakable doesn't mean you never fall. It means you rise every single time you do. It means you've been through hell and came back smiling. It means you've known pain so deep that fear no longer scares you. You've been lost, you've been ignored, you've been broken, but you never gave up. That's what makes you powerful. Every person you admire today was once standing in the same darkness you're standing in now. They had doubts. They faced failures. They heard people say, "You can't do it." But instead of believing those voices, they listened to one quiet voice inside, the one that whispered, "Keep going." That's the voice of the unbreakable spirit. When you become unbreakable, you stop chasing approval. You stop needing validation. You stop waiting for someone to believe in you. Because you finally realize you don't need anyone's permission to rise.
You are enough. You always were. You see, the world will always doubt you before it celebrates you. That's the pattern of destiny. When you start building your dream, they'll laugh. When you start progressing, they'll question you. When you start succeeding, they'll envy you. And when you win, they'll say you were lucky. But deep down, you'll know the truth. It wasn't luck. It was consistency, pain, focus, and belief. It was you. The unbreakable you doesn't fear failure anymore because you've already failed and survived. You don't fear rejection anymore because you've learned to love yourself without applause. You don't fear loneliness anymore because you've discovered peace in your own company. And you don't fear uncertainty anymore because you've realized faith is stronger than fear. Unbreakable people are not the loudest ones. They are the calmest. They don't need to prove anything. Their actions speak for them. They don't talk about what they will do. They become what they talk about. They are not born with special powers. They are built through silence, sacrifice, and scars. Think of every hardship you've ever faced. Every betrayal, every failure, every sleepless night. They weren't there to destroy you. They were there to refine you. Like fire purifies gold, pain purifies purpose. That's why your story had to have struggle, because strength doesn't grow in comfort. You were never meant to live an average life. You were meant to rise, to inspire, to lead, to show the world that no matter where you start, you can still build a life of greatness. You are living proof that broken crayons still color. You are living proof that lost people still find purpose. You are living proof that the ones who were counted out can still change the game. So stop underestimating yourself. Stop apologizing for dreaming big. Stop shrinking your light to make others comfortable. Because the world needs your fire. It needs your courage. It needs your story. There's someone out there, right now, waiting for your journey to give them hope. You may not know it, but your survival is someone else's inspiration. When life hits you again, and it will, don't ask why me. Ask, what is this trying to teach me? Because life doesn't test the weak, it trains the strong. And the fact that you're being tested means you're being trusted with a bigger purpose. The unbreakable you knows pain is temporary, but pride in overcoming it lasts forever. You don't quit when you're tired. You quit when you're done. You don't wait for perfect timing. You make the timing perfect by showing up. You don't let fear control your steps. You let faith lead your journey. That's what makes you unstoppable. So when you wake up tomorrow, don't ask for an easy day. Ask for strength. Ask for courage. Ask for focus. Because easy days don't make strong people. Hard days do. And you're not here to live easy. You're here to make history. Maybe your life isn't where you want it to be yet. Maybe you're still waiting for your big break. But remember this, the seed doesn't complain about the dark soil it's buried in. It just keeps growing silently until it breaks through the surface. And when it does, the world calls it a miracle. but you'll know it was growth all along. You are that seed. You've been buried, not broken. You've been planted, not punished. And soon, the world will see your bloom. But until then, stay focused, stay humble, stay consistent. Because the one who walks silently in pain is the same one who walks proudly in victory. One day, when you stand on the mountain you once dreamed of climbing, you'll realize every sleepless night, every tear, every failure was preparing you for that moment. You'll look at the sky, smile through tears, and whisper, "I made it." Because you did. You survived. You rose. You became unbreakable. So from this day forward, never doubt your power again. The world may test you, but it can never defeat you. Because once you decide to focus, once you decide to rise, once you decide never to quit, you become unstoppable. And that's exactly who you are. You are strong. You are chosen. You are destined. You are unbreakable.